So, one way to use science to your advantage to really maximize the applications of science, I'm talking about real science, okay? Applied science, I'm not talking about theory. Because what you see in the real world is not always what you see in the book, okay? It's not always what you see in a science textbook. Okay, a textbook is a moment in time, okay? It doesn't matter if it's a physiology, biology, anatomy, or whatever science textbook you're using. It is a moment in time, okay? It is something that was caught in a moment in time, and things can change, okay? Because we evolve, we mutate, especially biology, especially cells, okay? Things change all the time. So my personal hunch, since I started observing the symptoms of the COVID-19 coronavirus, as McDonald Trump says, you know, the main symptom that I'm seeing is hypoxia. Okay, meaning it's you know people having a hard time getting oxygen in their lungs. Okay, so this is the reason for the quote unquote ventilators. You know, ventilation. Oxygen, CPAP. BiPAP or whatever the hell they're using, but they're skipping that in the states. Maybe other places are not. Maybe they're using that as a mode to oxygenate. They also use intubation. They intubate the patients. But my hunch, has always been, this looks exactly like, I mean, just to me, my personal observation, as a science student, as a STEM student, okay, here in the States, and what I, what I'm seeing is absolutely like, especially when I watched the documentary on the Iceman serial killer, okay, the Iceman serial killer. He used cyanide to kill his victims. Okay, he used cyanide. He put cyanide on their drinks, on a rag. Okay, on their food. Okay, and the main symptom is hypoxia. Okay, they died from suffocation. Okay, from lack of oxygen. Okay, now you can't just like test cyanide in a hospital. You can't just like go in there and just like, oh, I'm gonna test cyanide right here. You need, okay, you need you need to get it from either a scientist or the detective, okay? Because cyanide is one of those deadly substances. You can't just like go in the lab, steal some shit, and just like run into the freaking hospital and freaking test it. But the thing is, okay, the symptom. Focus on the symptom, and I wanted to show you this right here. Okay, so what I did was I put the pages here. Okay, there's 4 pages. So I typed in synthetic compound in coronavirus. But ignore that, okay? Just focus on this. These three that I have right here. So the first one, let me show you this. The first one, where's that at? I think it's covering the thing. This one here. Okay, researchers develop synthetic novel coronavirus clones. Okay, so reverse engineering the events, okay? Look at this, it's May 5. They were saying, okay, they were previously saying that it wasn't engineered in a lab. Remember, McDonald Trump? This virus was never engineered in the lab. Okay, so how is it that they're able so quickly to make a synthetic novel coronavirus so quick? May 5, goddamn, like how the hell they so fast, man? How did they do it so fast? You see what I'm saying? Look at this. Now I'm gonna link some. I'm gonna put the links so you can read them yourself. Okay, you can read. This is office.org. Okay, you can check it out yourself. You can also read, like, if you don't trust this website here, you can also read the study. You dig in a little bit and you start clicking around. You can actually read the scientific journal of this article here. Okay, so that's the first one, right? Second one here. Okay, look at this. So if this thing is not cyanide, okay, if this thing is not cyanide, so why is it that quercetin and quercitrin and other flavonoids have been observed to be effective against the coronavirus, okay, against this coronavirus, such as the murine coronavirus? See what I'm saying? So why is it that, you know what quercetin is? Let me show you. Show you this. This is quercetin right here. Okay, quercetin is a natural pigment present in many fruits, vegetables, and grains. One of the most abundant antioxidants in the diet. So, okay. So the reason why it works, okay, what this scientist here said, okay, from the University of Calcutta, what he says, the reason why it works is because it is antagonistic towards the coronavirus. Assuming that's a virus, assuming that what else is antagonistic to quercetin, the pigment in fruit and vegetables? It's cyanide, bro. It's the motherfucking seed of the fruit. Okay, the seed of the fruit. If you eat that, if you eat lots and lots of seeds of apples, you will die because it has freaking cyanide in it. Okay, it's no look it up. I'm not I'm not freaking I'm not making this shit up. Google it up. Okay, Google it up. I'm just telling you this just to shorten the video. Okay, so I'm gonna link all these articles and you can look it up yourself. But that is currently my hunch. Okay, that is that. So see, natural pigment present in. So why is this working? This person said it's working against the coronavirus. It's working against the coronavirus. It's partly working when it's not cyanide. Okay, so my hunch is this coronavirus thing is a freaking cyanide. It has a cyanide element into it, and my guess is in the lab they either poisoned somebody with a. I mean, this is just me, like playing with my imagination. And this is no longer scientific. This is just like me, using my INFJ mindset. Uh, either they either poisoned somebody with cyanide, and then the person died, and then they quickly and then that person was infected with a common cold or something, and then they extracted okay a piece of that person's lung, an antibody in that person's lung, and they started mixing it with a coronavirus from animals. Okay, they mixed it up because bats are known to be contagious. Like when I was in the Philippines, this is known. Okay, you're not allowed to touch bat urine. Okay, because they say it can lead to like kidney failure and things like that. So the nurses in the Philippines told us that. Medical people in the Philippines told us that. So we never really like I mean, we tried to clean like the public places back then, with but we sanitized it like really good. You see what I'm saying? We tried to avoid. We used gloves to handle that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And we used like Clorox and really heavy disinfectants to clean bad urine, because they say it's like really it can really kill you. If you freaking touch that stuff and you touch your mouth or something, or you forgot to wash your hands for some reason, and you freaking grab one of the fruits outside because you're hungry or something, or you're like thirsty and you grab a freaking pineapple or some shit, or any fruit outside, because it's readily, America is not the Philippines, okay? Philippines, you can go outside and freaking, because the soil is fertile, okay? So, I'm saying, I'm just telling you what I'm, my hunch, So this could possibly be cyanide poisoning, okay? The hypoxia you're seeing could possibly be, cyanide poisoning. All right. Peace out.